So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jonathan, back at it again. And like I always say, this channel is about guidance. When I was transitioning into young man, I didn't have much guidance, and I made a lot of bad choices and wasted 12 years of my life. So I'm just here to offer the world guidance to do something positive. So I asked for a request. I used to make videos about incels, helping incels, and that's how this channel started because basically there were some mass shootings because some guys were angry because they couldn't get a date. So I said, okay, I'll make a video about talking about it. And I kind of moved on from that content, but somebody told me to go back to that. And I don't want to directly talk about incels. I want to talk about everybody who's angry who does mass shootings. And I want to talk about that. Like people who are angry and do mass shootings, right? There's people who are mad because they can't get a date. There are people who are mad because they believe that black people are replacing white people and they're not going to have no opportunities. And there's people who are just mad at the system and that the system, rich people run everything and they don't have no money and blah blah blah. And these people get really angry and they, some of them do mass shootings, other of them just do random attacks on people, and it's not right and it's not fair. And I don't believe that everybody is against you. I think it's the people who you associate with. If you associate yourself or put yourself in certain socials, and or put yourself in certain situations, and that's how you're going to feel. And I'll give you an example. When I was at the community college, I had friends who had introduced me into dance. They were all hip hop dancers. And so I thought that would be cool to be a hip hop dancer. So I took a beginning hip hop class. And I had a lot of friends and met some girls, and it was pretty fun at beginning hip hop dance class. But at the same time, I wanted to do performances and I wanted to be on stage. So I joined an intermediate hip hop dance class. And if you join that class, you automatically get on the team and you automatically get on stage and perform. And I was picked on so much and bullied, and people were so mean to me because I didn't have the skills to do that kind of dance, and I would be up there dancing in dance shows and making everybody look bad because I wasn't a good dancer at the time. At the same time, I wanted to be a break dancer at the same time. I went to beginning breakdance practices and it was fine. It was no problem. I had friends, I had met people, whatever. They had practices in front of the school where every level of breakdancer could join. So it was beginning, intermediate, advanced breakdancers. And I had the time of my life. I met people, made friends, met some girls. But I also wanted to be with the big boys and I wanted to be with the professional breakdancers because, I had these dreams of grandeurs. So I would show up to these professional breakdance classes, practices, and people would be mean to me and people would bully me because I would be like, can you show me? I want to compete. I want to be like you. I'm better than you. I'm up to your standards. And I was only dancing for like 3 months, going to these professional breakdance practices, and people are like, what is wrong with this guy? So I got picked on a lot, I got bullied a lot, and people were mean to me, right? But I was dancing for 2.5 years. I got good, but I was still a higher level beginner. I wasn't a professional dancer after 2.5 years. That's just not how life works. So after 2.5 years dancing at the community college, I went to the university and I got into their dance program. And I walk in there and people are jumping 10 feet in the air. And I was still struggling to do isolations and basic robot, like, but, because I passed the dance test, they let me in the dance program. So I still wanted to be in professional and I still was on my high horse. So I got into this class that was a choreography class. And basically, at the choreography class, at the end of the semester, there's a big school show for the entire university. And everybody who's in the class has a chance to put a dance in the big school show. And so, you know, but the thing was, you have 3 auditions. Each audition, if you fail the audition, they give you some kind of feedback and you try to fix your dance. And in the third one, if your dance sucks, you don't get to be in the school show. And I made it to all 3 auditions, and all 3 auditions they said my dance sucked. And the last audition, people were just laughing and walking out the room because my dance was that bad. It was that bad. People were dead. And I was looking, and I've only been dancing for about 2, 3 years. And I thought I was a professional, but people been dancing for 15, 20 years who could like just dust me in a battle. And I was only dancing for 2, 3 years. And people were like laughing. The people who were judging the performance walked out the room laughing. And I was so upset with myself that when I left the audition, I was crying like I was a grown man, like 26, 27, walking down the street crying, boo, because I didn't get my dance in the big school show, the big university show, and it was really sad. And what ended up happening after that was I just met some people who used to go out in the hallway and do hip hop dance in the hallway. And I just went out there and danced with them and made new friends and met new people and just practiced hip hop dance in the hallway where everybody of all different levels could go. And the point is, right? The whole point was I didn't believe that the entire dance community was out against me. I had high standards. I put myself in that situation. So I could never get violent against the dance community, or I could never go in and start punching dancers in the face because I'm so angry because I put myself in that situation. And it's the same thing with like incels. It's like I've heard a lot of incels only want like girls who look like porn stars. Well, then that's why you don't have a girlfriend because your standards are too high. Or, you know, white people, there's white people who really believe that black people are replacing them. But you have to look at it like, what does your education look like? What does your job skills look like? What do you bring into the table? Do you have the ability to compete, or do you still have that belief that white people should just have everything handed to them? Well, if you just believe that you should have anything handed to you from because you're white, and you see all these black people getting jobs because of you, of course you're getting replaced. Or like even people who are just basically mad at rich people because they don't give poor people a chance or whatever. You know, how are you spending your money? Are you saving your money? What are you doing financially? You know what I'm saying? If you let everybody con you into buying expensive sneakers and expensive iPhones and expensive clothing, then you're gonna watch all your money go, and you're gonna see people who are a little more, you know, disciplined with their money have things, and you're gonna be angry about it. But you don't have to be angry about everything because there's gonna be times in your life where you put yourself around those people and you put yourself in those situations and you make it so that other people have more than you. And instead of being angry about that, you need to evaluate that and maybe try to put yourself in a better situation so that you can compete against other people, or you can be on the big same level as other people, or maybe you can have something. So that's your daily advice. I'm Jonathan. I'm out, y'all. Peace.